Hello, beautiful, and welcome. Welcome to the tribe. It's a small tribe at this point, but it will grow. My name is Marissa, and I am here to help you understand the personal growth that is possible when we really dig into the deeper, darker parts of our psyche. Something I've found with my readings is that what lights me up and allows me to actually channel what you need to hear is not always this light energy that you might get from other readers. It's not that I'm a sad person or that I'm a melancholy person, although I can be, let's be real. It's not that I'm trying to bring you an energy of contemplation, but when it comes to the tarot, there's a lot of entertainment out there, and entertainment is great, but I'm not really here to just entertain the tribe. I'm not here to channel what you want to hear. I'm channeling what you need to hear. So, off the bat, I want to apologize. Sorry, not sorry, I guess. If what comes up and what you need to hear is not feeling warm and fuzzy and cozy, there will be moments of that in a reading, in a channeling. There will always be moments of recognition and understanding and seeing and validation. There will always be moments of that in a reading. But what I've found about my own energetic blueprint, and I'm hoping telling you this will allow some of you to feel into your own energetic blueprint. But what I've found about myself is that I'm all light and I'm all fun and I'm all passion and I'm all laughter and sexuality, sensuality. I'm a Taurus rising, a Leo moon, and an Aquarius Pisces cusper. I'm all spirituality, I'm all depth, I'm all water, I'm all groundedness. And, and the beauty of Taurus is I'm all of that lush, kind of, sensual energy. But along with that, the shadow aspect of that is that it's a shadow for me that I'm working on, but it's also the beauty of me. I have no other way of saying this, but I cut through the drama. I cut through the garbage that you tell yourself about situations. The only reason that I'm able to do that is because I have been the master of negative self-talk in my life. I've been the master of fooling myself. I've been the master of self-indulgent, self-deprecating, egoic. If anyone's seen the movie Revolver, the guy in the elevator who, when he's having that conversation with his ego, I have been the master of that game with myself. And the ego is something that I'm constantly observing in myself in every moment, in every second of every hour of every day, every second of every minute, I should say. So I want you to know that I'm not trying to hurt you. But if you resonate with my energy and you resonate with my voice and you resonate with my power, you need to hear what I have to say. And when you hear it, if it triggers you, that's okay. Because there are entertainers in the world of esotericism, spirituality. And then there are people like myself who just have no room for spiritual bypassing and no room for the lies or the facades to continue. We are truth speakers, someone like myself, I imagine probably yourself as well. We are truth seekers, truth speakers, truth advocates. And the funny thing about that is that truth takes many forms depending on the person who is perceiving that truth. So as much as I'm saying I'm going to cut through the garbage, you decide what that garbage is. It's totally and utterly unique to you. I just wanted to preface that. Not because I want to explain myself, but because you need to know whether receiving a reading from me is what you need right now. Or if you need something a little bit more entertaining and a little less cutthroat, don't hang around. I don't need you to hang around. I love you and I can release you, but I don't need you to hang around. You can come back when you're feeling like a heavy hitter, yeah? Oh. Interestingly enough, this deck is called the Moonchild Tarot, and this is an added card, and it's called Moonchild. And this, when this comes up in a reading, this is always a reading for a woman. This is always a reading, and I'm not saying someone who identifies as a woman, okay? I'm saying someone with ovaries and a divine channel called a vagina. That's what this is for, a uterus space, someone who possesses a physical womb space, the Moonchild. Now, the deck might have a different interpretation, but this is for someone who is struggling right now with their feminine embodiment as an actual woman. So I'm not talking about divine feminine energy. I'm not talking about feminine energy within every individual and every being. I'm talking about feminine and female embodiment, which is so interesting that it's coming up as one of the first readings that I'm doing on this channel. This is only the second time I've done this, because I am a specialist in hormonal nutrition and lifestyle practices. And so Moonchild is actually begging you to go inward into the ovarian womb uterus space that you have and start to see what is in there that needs to be released, changed, shifted, shedded. Now, what I mean by this, quite literally, people call it cycle syncing. That was something that was first coined by a mentor in my space. Her name's Elisa Vitti. And cycle syncing is really honoring your cycle. This is how I live my life, through the practice of eating, training, living, and building the structure of your life around your sacred feminine cycle, your bleeding cycle, the cycle that makes you a woman. So the Moonchild card, although yes, it's speaking to the shadows, it's speaking to the cycles of the moon, that always comes to me in readings for people as a divine invitation into the world of cycle syncing, into the world of really embodying feminine energy as a three-dimensional physical practice. Because I live in the 3D, you live in the 3D. People who struggle with this energy have scanty periods, missing periods, usually misaligned relationships with men. If you're a lesbian, then you have misaligned relationships with women. And there's power dynamic and power plays that are not helpful. Women who receive this card in a reading with me are often suffering with PCOS, endometriosis, fibroid cysts, infertility, bowel issues, gut issues, gut dysbiosis, H. pylori bacteria, other bacterial issues like SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Often you've been going down a road of healing that is through the medical route. And if you have come to a space where you're looking at holistic healing, maybe that's where you are now. You're looking at the body more as a holistic unit, which is what it is. The head is not separate from the heart. The heart is not separate from the organs. It's not separate from the uterus. It's not separate from the vagina. It's not separate from everything else. The throat chakra and the vagina they're one and the same. It's the same channel. So women who often are going through this stuff and they receive the Moonchild card, you need to remember your cycle is the foundation for your life. Now, even before we start bleeding as women and after we start bleeding as women, so when you're in menopausal age or before you go into your menstrual years, you still have a cycle that is dependent on the moon's cycle. The reason the moon is because our 28-day cycle is completely matched to the month, the moon cycles. Monday will be an incredible day of the week for you. It's ruled by the moon, Moon Day, Monday will be an incredible day of the week for you to actually start looking into this work next year. If you do want to book a consult with me, you're more than welcome to. Shameless plug right there. I will leave the link in my description where I help people actually transform this wound. On my website, you'll see it's a wound that covers pretty much it makes me emotional. You could be feeling quite emotional when you hear this. It's a wound that covers every area and every aspect of your life. So as a woman, it's not just this one and done thing with nutrition and training. It's a wound when you have rejected your female cycle, when you have created this story that it's tough, that it's hard, that it sucks, that bleeding is annoying, all of this stuff that we're kind of, I don't like that. There we go. All of this stuff that we're told in society about being a woman, Shark Week, she's crabby because she's on her period, she's about to bleed, and that's why she's crazy. All of this stuff, when we reject our cycle and we take up the reality consensus on what, is this distorted version of femininity. Like, this plays into so many aspects. This plays into sexuality, sensuality, pleasure, sex and love in general. When you receive the Moonchild card, this is not small energy. This is an invitation to extremely deep work. Now, you can do that work with me. You can figure out, how to do that work on your own. There is a ton of resources out there. It's up to you what you feel drawn to. It's up to you how deep you want to go with this. This has become my entire life's practice. My whole work is in the space of aligning my life and the life of my clients, helping them learn to align their whole life, lifestyle, relationships, productivity, work, business, love to their bleeding cycle. And when you do that, what happens is, like, you might be wondering, why would I want to do that, Marissa? I hate my cycle. When you do that, what happens is you release all aspects of pain of being a woman. All aspects. It's just your life becomes this brilliant work of art because you have accepted the extreme honor of being a woman and the fullness of what that means when your every breath is breathed life of femininity, when your every action you take is aligned with your femininity. That is juicy, juicy stuff. And look, a lot of it is confronting. I get a lot of women that are vegan who have decimated their health with the vegan diet because they have become so disconnected from what is good for the female body, what is good for the uterus, what is good for that space. Animal products are super important. for us as women, I'm not saying you have to be a full meat eater, but vegetarianism is a shift that I've had to help a lot of women do, from veganism to vegetarianism at least, or at least pescatarianism, because we as women, life needs to eat life. And there's this divine energy exchange that happens through the consumption of life that, so many people in the spiritual space will get really angry at me about that. But like I said, this is hard, heavy hitting energy. This is not going to resonate with everyone, and it's not meant to resonate with everyone. So if that makes you just physically unwell and you can't handle the idea that this reading is for you because veganism is your way and that is it, there's no other way, like, you have to click off this right now. I release you, I love you, I set you free. You have to click off this right now. But if you feel called to dive deeper into what that means, like, we have a uterus, so eating eggs is super important. That's a part of this. Eggs, consuming eggs, like, this is deep work. And as someone who is a recovered vegan from many, many years ago, this is deep work, okay? This is deep work. And, one of my best friends and business partners comes to mind when I'm talking about this, because she is a vegan. So if you're watching this, my love, I'm so sorry. Up to you whether you want to continue watching. It might not be for you. So that's card number 1. And we're 16 minutes in. I didn't say it was going to be easy, lover. I didn't say, oh, I like calling you lover. I didn't say it was going to be easy. Oh my God, that was so loud. Oh. Queen of Cups. Why? Because when you do this work, which you're being called to do, that is when you step into the embodiment of the Queen of Cups energy. The emotional realm of fulfillment and feminine enjoyment, pleasure, love, sex, sensuality, gifts. You are divine. You are a divine queen. And when you stop neglecting the very essence of that divinity, which is your cycle, your biology, your physiology, when you stop neglecting that essence, that's when love and I'm hearing money and financial abundance and growth and pleasure, and I'm seeing you wrapped in this like big fur in the cold. I don't drink, so this is hilarious, but with like this mulled wine in your hand and these gorgeous long like red wine, this color. I don't even know why I'm showing you this right now, but this color, this winey color, nails. I'm seeing, don't you just love how that was right there? What? You can't make this stuff up. But I'm seeing you sitting there with this red wine. Now, if you don't drink, maybe it's hot chocolate, and you're just sitting there in the cold. And I'm in Australia right now, so I don't know who this is for. And it's the middle of summer. We're coming into Christmas, which is the summer solstice for us, just went. And you're sitting there with your drink, and you're just wrapped in this fur. This Queen of Cups is wrapped in glitter and gold and flowers, and she's more down here in Australia right now, but I'm seeing you wrapped up in this big blanket, and you're just in that Queen of Cups energy. You're in that divine energy. And I actually just want to read the words for Queen of Cups from this booklet. It's so beautiful. Just listen to this. Mystic, healer, sacred heart, beauty, intuition, psychic wisdom. Queen of Cups, queen of everything. That's what Queen of Cups always talks to me about. It's the queen of everything. And all of those aspects, intuition, psychic wisdom, they are feminine aspects. They are deep feminine aspects. They are not masculine aspects. Sure, the masculine and men can have that in them, but we are the psychics, the oracles, the healers, the mystics, the maidens, the mothers, the crones, the birthing place, the egg, You need to eat eggs. It just keeps coming up for me. You need to eat eggs. Eggs fried in ghee or butter. You need that right now, babe. A little bit of carrot on the side, like a carrot salad. That is what I'm hearing for you right now. We're going to take a card from the Healing Heart deck. And I'm actually going to read this one because this is an oracle deck, and I like to just give these oracle decks the respect they deserve, because these cards, I mean, come on. Is that focusing? Yeah. Curious Heart. Embark on a great adventure. Number 7. Number 7 could be symbolic for you. You might be an Enneagram 7. You might be a Life Path 7. You may have someone very close to you who is a Life Path 7. I am a Life Path 11, so I am surrounded by 7s. They are super matched to my energy, along with 5s. I never seem to be able to get away from 5s. Life Path 5s, Enneagram 5s, all of the things. Curious Heart. Oh, this is so good. Dear Heart, I absolutely adore when you show your cheeky, curious spirit. I love your desire to learn, discover, and co-create. And I'm really hearing that energy of learning about your cycle, learning about how your femininity is not a noose. You have these giant, big, freaking metaphysical wings because of your femininity, because of your cycle. It's not a noose that's dragging you down, and framing it that way hasn't been serving you. I know that whenever you encounter something that inspires you, you swell up with joy, color, and juiciness. Oh, it's beautiful. You encourage me to try new things, guide me forward, and challenge me to become more daring. And when I listen, I become light, energized, and full of aliveness. That is how I felt when I pulled the Queen of Cups for you. I felt so alive. I know I feel incredible when we are truly connected, yet I tend to ignore you, become over serious, and sweat the small stuff. I'm sorry for neglecting you and making you feel like everything else is more important than exploring and learning. I know now that curiosity can lead me to the discovery of my own unique nature and the most thrilling adventures. Dear Heart, please open yourself to me so that we... butterfly! Oh, opening and closing its wings. Butterfly, just confirming it outside at my window. Dear Heart, please open yourself to me so that we can embark on our greatest adventure. This butterfly is just staring at me, just, that's your wings. That's your letting go of the noose, and you're learning to fly. And the butterfly is so symbolic of change and transformation. So the ways that you have been stuck in this masculinity, actually, let's get a card. I'm going to reshuffle these about the energy you've been in and what you're releasing, what you're clearing, what you're letting go of, and what you're being called to let go of. And I am speaking into existence the fact that you're letting go of 7 swords of energy, 7 of swords energy, deception, deceit, lies. You've been deceiving yourself. You've been deceiving yourself that the way you're going about life, the way you're living your life is what you want. 7 of Swords. Your lifestyle, your patterns of behavior. Oh, it's coming through really strongly. There's addiction here. And I'm not talking in a sense of addiction to a substance or alcohol. I'm not even talking, when we talk about being addicted to people, addicted to a man, for example, or a toxic ex, or just a toxic situation, you're actually addicted to your own toxicity. Now, look, those other things might be true as well, but they stem from a place of being addicted to your own toxicity because you've been refusing the call of the moonchild. It's toxicity around your own femininity. I'm even hearing that you're one of these women who you hear the message of the feminine glow up, like even the word glow up might trigger you a little bit, or, feminine self-development or feminine energy, like even just the idea and the words feminine energy, something about that triggers you and doesn't make you feel good. And your guides through me are saying, no, enough is enough. You're deceiving yourself, because deep down what you want is this beautiful, aligned, carefree, curious life full of adventure and love and like good food and good people and happiness and joy and travel and hiking up mountains and nature and really just the good tourist life. I'm not saying you don't have to have that Capricorn energy to get there. You do. You do have to have that get up and go. You do have to have that get up and drive. And you do have to know when to be productive. But if you were just to tap into your cycle, if you were just to tap into the moon child within, you would find that you would be more productive than you ever have been when you release the masculine structures that you've been deceiving yourself that you want so badly. Some of you are in jobs that you literally are suffering in because, and you willingly go and you willingly suffer and you hate it. And there's actually like an entrepreneurial spirit in all of this. Women are here to create. Maybe that is within your workplace, but it's this creation aspect that you're rejecting for the sake of being a corporate drone, for example, or a CEO drone, or having to run your business the way that you see all the men run the business. This isn't coming from this reading, but I do feel compelled to tell you this. Look into your North and South node. I'm a little bit obsessed with that at the moment. It's kind of become my special interest. I have autism, I'm ADHD, I'm neurodivergent, as they call it. Look into your North and South node in your placement, because when I discovered that my South node was in Virgo and my North node was in Pisces, duh it is. So I really want to encourage you to look into that and stop deceiving yourself that the South node, that energy, whatever it is where you should live. Even if your North node is in Virgo, for example, there are ways, because Virgo is meticulous and analytical, there are ways to cultivate that with a feminine, open, curious heart. That is what I am being told here. So we're going to get one more, and I'm going to close this reading out just before the 30-minute mark. Tower. This is your tower moment, my love. This is your tower moment. It is time. Abandon the structures. This butterfly is still here. Do you not know how incredible that is? There is nothing for it to be doing hanging out on the side of the wall. It's here for you. It's amazing. It's big. Black wings with white through them. It's like this big. It's huge. This is your tower moment. In order to become that butterfly out there, you have to abandon the structures that you know. Look at this structure, like look at this tower. Look at how masculine and domineering, and look at how stable it is, or it looks, you know? And these are women throwing themselves off this tower in this particular image, into the water, into the deep, into the unknown, into the emotional realms. It's like a giant cup, isn't it? Throwing themselves into that cup energy. High priestess, the veil, the watery veil. Abandon this masculine, domineering structure. I've been where you are, okay? I didn't just magically wake up one day and I was feminine and embodied and had a perfect cycle. You know, I still go through my moments where I need to bring myself back into balance. And I've been professionally doing that work for over a decade with hundreds of women. Hundreds. I couldn't say it's 1,000 because I wouldn't know, but it could be. It could very well be. Hundreds of women that I have impacted through this cycle work, through understanding estrogen and progesterone rule our lives as women. Which is why, you know, gender embodiment is so important to me. And that is a hugely controversial topic. But it's important to honor your biology. If you want to keep your biology, you know, that's the truth. It's important to honor it. And that's what this tower, this card is begging you to, 32 minutes, is begging you to do, is to abandon these structures, to dive into this watery womb where you're going to find everything you need. You're going to find all of the support that you need. I know it looks terrifying, jumping and diving into the ocean abyss where you don't know what's there. You don't know what's on offer for you. My hair is just a thing today. But in that place, you will find every offering you could ever have imagined that you're supposed to receive, that you're supposed to get. And you're going to learn to come into a space of receptivity because you've been deceiving yourself, telling yourself, I can do it all, I can have it all, I can be it all. And then you're sitting there looking around being like, where is it all though? Where is it? Because I've been trying to get it and I'm not getting it. You're being called to go inward into the sacred womb space to get nothing and open yourself to receiving the fullness of who you are. With the Queen of Cups alongside this moonchild, this is about people pouring back into you. This is about the universal life force pouring back into you. This is about your higher self bringing in the right people, the right places, the right opportunities to pour back into you. But you're deceiving yourself by saying and thinking that you need to go and make it happen. The only thing that you need to make happen is to get yourself into alignment. You just need to get yourself into alignment. And you do that with your curious heart. I'm going to pull one more from the, and I've gone way over time and that's fine. I'm going to pull one more from the Healing Heart Oracle deck. They're love letters to your soul. This one is by Ina Segal, by the way, and it's illustrated by Jenna Della Gottaglia. What a beautiful name, Della Gottaglia. Jenna. Your name might be Jenna. And this just speaks into it even more. Number 30, reinventing heart. 3 could be symbolic for you. 30 could be symbolic for you. Stomach just rumbled. When my stomach rumbles like that, it's usually because I'm digesting information. You're digesting this information right now. You're actually digesting it on a physically embodied level, like it's starting to land. It's actually starting to land for you, babe. Reinventing heart. Get to know yourself anew. Let's read that. I love these oracle cards. I'm hungry for eggs. I want eggs. Number 30. Dear heart, this. You have gone through a period of stagnation and feeling flat. It is time to get out of your usual routine and any slump you've been in and become creative. You have an opportunity to get to know yourself anew at this particular stage of life. Things are changing and it's time to reinvent yourself, which could mean looking within. Didn't I say looking within and meeting any aspects of yourself you have pushed away or disowned, or going on an adventure that involves self-discovery. This self-discovery adventure is going inward. That's what this is all about. Curious heart. It's traveling inward. It's going inward. It's finding who you are on that deep feminine level. I have a little bit more to say about that after I've read this. It's time to let go of any old and dreary energy. Step out of your comfort zone and embrace your vibrant, delicious, surprising colors. Isn't that gorgeous? Surprising colors. Say yes to exploring any new and exciting ventures. Say yes to doing this work, babe, as you will be delighted with the results. Oh my gosh, you will be so delighted with the results. If I could go back in time and tell myself, my 10 years ago self, my 15 years ago self, that doing this work would give me the life that I have now, the business I have now, the relationships I have now. I have a business entirely outside of this YouTube channel. My partner and I are in a mentoring and coaching business with these incredible people. I have incredible business partnerships within that framework. I mentor and coach people in relationships, life, business, love, finances, time management, calendar planning. I mentor and coach women through my nutrition business, which is outside of this YouTube channel, through this art of femininity and cycle alignment. That's what I like to call it, cycle alignment. I help women transform their lives with their relationships, with themselves, with their work, with their businesses, with their money, with their provision, with masculinity itself as an idea, let alone men. I help women to receive and go into the receiving. If I could have gone back in time and said to myself, this is the life that you're going to have, I would not have believed it. This is the relationships you're going to have. I wouldn't have believed it. There's no way that I would have believed it. But I had to go through the reinvention process. And I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm just saying that you don't know what's on the table for you. You don't know what is within you once you go inward. You don't know what is there, what sacred gifts await that you barely have to put any effort or energy into. When you're a woman, you barely have to put effort or energy into the thing that you are creating. Am I saying that it's easy? No, but it's simple and it's consistency. And when you learn about your cycle and you learn actually how to be consistent through the lens of femininity, through your cycle, through the blueprint, through the divine biological, physiological blueprint of who you are, things become easy. I'm not saying that you don't have hiccups. I'm not saying that you don't have crucial conversations. I'm not saying that you don't do shadow work. I'm not saying that you don't move through things that are difficult, but you can move through them with ease. I'm not saying I don't cry. I cried yesterday. I'm not saying I don't go through hard times. I go through hard times, but I move through them with ease, and I'm always receptive. And so things that are good, things that are aligned, things that are holy, things that are true, things that are beautiful, things that are delicious come pouring back at me because of this work, because of the reinvention, because of the deeper inner work of really alchemizing your feminine power into the 3D. Oh, I just want to get one more tarot. I just want to get one more tarot for you. Just one more. Just one more. Oh, I love you. 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 I just love you. This butterfly is still here. He hasn't moved. Maybe he's going to die there and become transformed. Who knows? It's that tower moment, right? Alrighty. Just one more for my lover today. Just one more. I don't know why that's what I'm calling you, but I have no other word for you except my lover. That could be symbolic. Aww. Page of Cups. Page of Cups energy, babe. Oh. It's you. You're embarking on this journey. Let's just read it. Oh, babe. Just listen to these words. Imagination, dreams, freedom, new beginning. The Page of Cups, and this is just going to rock your world, especially if you've been feeling, if you've been feeling flat, if you've been feeling, you know, when you're just feeling, the Page of Cups is a strong and youthful energy that calls us to align with our inner child and represents a newfound opportunity. The Tower moment. The Tower is always an opportunity. It's a crumbling. And when things crumble, there is brand new at the bottom. Stop it. A newfound opportunity or an important message. And this is how I feel about you right now. This insightful key may seem like an old soul residing within a simple innocence, reminding us to treasure the many blessings that fill our cup, that fulfillment. I want you to think of your cup as your womb space. Just let that on you, okay? The page also encourages us to express ourselves from the truth of our heart and our intuition, to better support our dreams, our connections with others, and the creative sparks that give us purpose and meaning. This is a pure and potent wisdom that has not been tarnished or conditioned by the lower vibrations of our world. I'm going to say it, patriarchy. This is not to reject the patriarchy. This is to recognize that the patriarchy is not for you. It is for them. It is for the people who are not watching this video. It is for the people who do not resonate with divine feminine essence. There are women who won't be able to watch this, who will never be able to watch this because they will never, ever understand the power of femininity. They will never, ever understand the power, the purpose, the plan in nurturing energy, in receptivity. They will never understand the power of submission, of being sub to the mission. Instead, it nurtures a blissful connection with the universe. And the universe is saying to me right now that you are the female projected holographic image on this planet, in this space-time reality. That's why you are female. You decided to be female. You decided to incarnate as this. Not so that you could get a sex change, not so that you could be trans. If that is your purpose and your path and your plan, that is up to you. But you specifically watching this, the woman watching this, this is your expression of that feminine essence. It's going to be unique to you. It won't be the same as mine. It'll be unique to you. Instead, it nurtures a blissful connection with the universe and manifests from the light that shines through our higher self. I think, my lover, that is enough said for this reading today. As we're coming into Christmas, there goes my dog, he's confirming it. I'm just going to remind you of some of these in case you wanted to have a little bit of a check. The Moonchild, the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Tower. Incredible, incredible reading. We have Curious Heart and Reinventing Heart. I am so excited for you to step into this Queen of Cups energy through this transformative evolution that you're going through right now. And if you resonated with this, just leave me a little cup emoji below. Maybe it's a wine glass, because I saw that vision of you in the fur. Don't ask me why. With the nails. You had like the Ariana Grande ponytail going on as well. And I also saw a blondie with like short, choppy hair. And these exquisite nails. Leave me a cup emoji below if you made it this far. Some kind of cup that you like, some kind of cup that you resonate with, and claim the Queen of Cups. Claim that energy. Claim it, it is yours. I wanted this to be half an hour, but there was just no way it was going to be half an hour, and that is perfectly okay. I love you, my darling lover, and I will catch you in the next one.